So, as of late, I've been getting kind of let's say lazy, and it stemmed from a kind of mirage of downfalls, a cluster of bad habits and poor decisions that have led me here. And I'm not saying I've relapsed. By no means, I've not relapsed in a long time, but I've been getting the feelings that I used to feel. I've been putting myself in the scenarios that I used to be putting myself in, and I feel like shit constantly. Now I get little wins, but then I fuck up because then I go watch a YouTube video or scroll or do something really fucking stupid that I know better than to do. But the likelihood for you is that you are still doing the habits anyway. So you're doing the same things as me, but I've already been on the other side and I've been my most disciplined self. And it's kind of happened in the new year. The first 2 to 3 weeks of January, perfectly fine. Everything was going well. And ever since kind of the end of January and this February time, I've completely just fallen off. Now I've been sick and shit's happened. I've been out of the gym, in and out, flip flop of the gym. Start taking new supplements to try and combat my inconsistency. And it's not, I make excuses and I won't make excuses for myself. But in all honesty, I've been fucking pretty unlucky. Now, last year or the year before, around this time, or last year around this time, I was getting sick all the time and I was at the gym. But now I'm very dedicated and it's costly, setting me back a lot. And it feels like shit. And the problem is when I have excuses, what I've been doing recently is I've been using the excuses and I've been procrastinating, and it's making the hard work harder. Today, bashed out 3 hours of work, no problem, like I usually would. And then after that, I fucking procrastinated. Saw some fit chicks online. I thought, oh, got some urges to jack off. And then I thought, what the fuck? And it's really just, it's mentally degrading. And the only way to fix it is to go back to the struggle. And what I've learned is from this is that I thrive in the struggle. My life is meant to be in the struggle. I've finally given in. Sports season's back, rugby's back. I've been watching rugby. That's really fucked up everything again as well. Darts. I've become a darts fan recently. Been watching that. That's half an hour of my time gone. But more than that, that's 3 hours gone. That's the whole day gone. Because I procrastinated and watched sports for an hour. That's another hour gone because after I've watched sports and procrastinated and got my dopamine up, it's going to take an hour for that to go back to baseline and for me to actually get shit done. And I just feel like shit all the time. And I get little highs and then I fucking waste them. And it's not the way to live. It's made me realize that. It's made me realize how you guys live. Because I'm getting the same emotions. It's because I know I can do better that they're mentally just degrading. That's going to take time, and that's what I can't accept, and that's what you can't accept. Because when I was in your position, that is what I couldn't do. I couldn't accept that it's going to take time. Now, because of all the things I have in place, I haven't relapsed, and I'm not going to relapse. And if you want to be in the same position, not that I'd recommend being in my position, but I'd recommend knowing the shit I know and having done the things that I've done. And to do this, go to the first link in the description. You can buy the course. I've made it fucking super cheap because people are too arrogant to accept that they can you can buy any price I put. But if I make it cheaper, people are more inclined. And the thing is, that a lot more people. So it's a win for me. I'm gonna help as many of you guys as I can, and to really build a bit more of a community of high value individuals. I want to be in a situation in the future where I know a few of you guys, or maybe loads of you guys, who are working together, and we're past this porn, procrastination, social media, all this shit. We're past that, and we're getting shit done. That's my future. That's my vision. If you want to join me, take the first step. Buy the course. People are loving it. It works. And you don't want to fall behind, do you? If you think of fucking Donald Trump, he doesn't jerk off. Who else? Andrew Tate. The fuck would he jerk off for? He's got 10 girlfriends. So why should you jerk off? Where's your 10 girlfriends? Not that I'd recommend it, but you get my point. But my point is, you really have to go into the rut. Well, I'm in a rut. You're already in a rut. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You have to go into the trenches. You have to live in the struggle. The struggle is the process, and the process is really life. Once you reach something, you achieve something, doesn't really mean that much, but the struggle and the pain to get there, and that is where men thrive. And that's where I personally thrive. And I'm depressed. I'm depressed by the way things are. And it's fucking really mentally degrading. I've gone back to the habits of sexualizing women. Fuck me, man. It's unreal. It's the worst thing. I fucking hate doing it. I hate when my brain controls me. I want to control my brain. I want to be in control of myself. But by the habits that I'm doing, by watching YouTube, by, for example, today saw this girl on YouTube. I was looking at for gym stuff, completely fucking oblivious to the existence of women. I was just looking at creatine because I want to start using creatine. And I saw a chick, and it was her arse, a picture. And I thought, oh, she's big. I want to see what she's doing. My brain, I knew what I was doing. I was just trying to look if she was hot. And that's the problem when you keep programming yourself to wonder if she's hot, or oh, she's hot. Oh wow, she's fucked up. Like recently, I've been thinking about women, not in a sexual way, but I've been pedestalizing them a lot more, and it hurts me inside. When I was at my peak, let's say, when I was at my highest aura, people like saying aura. It sounds cool, aura. When I had my highest aura, when I had my most aura, and I was at my most disciplined self, I was untouchable. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm sucking my own dick. I'm trying to say that nothing could have broken me. People were saying shit all the time, and I didn't give two monkeys. I saw a chick, okay, she's hot. Even like even when I jerked off, when I my last few times when I jerked off, I was really disciplined. And I'm so disciplined that my mentality was a fortress, iron, if you will. And this meant that actually I remember it like it was yesterday. I was with a friend. We were with a girl, and she was very attractive. She was a very attractive girl, and she ticked all my boxes. I had jerked off the day before that, and usually after I've jerked off, usually I pedestalize women like crazy, and I think they're amazing and this and that. I sexualize them and all this stuff. All guys do after they jerked off, but I didn't. I didn't do any of this about this girl. I was normal. It was like I never even jerked off. I was like, that's weird. And I had that for a long time where it just didn't bother me. But as of late, I've become fucking weird. In social situations, I've been weird. Been doing shit that I don't usually do. And I don't understand it because I've stopped jerking off. My life is a percentage better, but I'm still having the problems. And the reason is I'm having the problems is because I'm still doing the old habits. Listening to music, procrastinating, watching content. And as of late, I've been listening to like Andrew Huberman podcasts and that before bed. And then during the day, I'll be listening to podcasts because I want to learn. I want to learn more information. But what I've found is it's been stimulating my brain to such a high degree that okay, once I did the work, I got a massive high. But then I was just looking for another stimulation, another stimulant, if you will. Whereas usually I just sit down and read a book or do work or look at investments or learn something new. And when it becomes effortless, you don't think of it. And it was so effortless for such a long time. But as of late, I've fallen back. And it's just, it pains me. And you're not going to understand this until you've gotten to this level. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but at the moment, I'm acting like you would. Probably not as bad. But I've been stimulating my brain so much that if I relapse today, I wouldn't even be surprised. I would think that's what the fuck you deserve for being such a little bitch last 2, 3 weeks. And what I want to tell you is it's easy to slip into it. So watch out for that. Be ruthless. Delete all social media. I'm just thinking about deleting everything. I've had social media back because looking at different ways of marketing, I don't think it's the right time. I've been really disciplined for the last month. I've been tweeting every single day. Have not missed a single day for what is almost or maybe over a month now. But I just I think it's gonna take a year. I think it's the same for you. I think it will take a year before you should have social media. I think you should detox for a year, and it's difficult. It's difficult. I've been reprogramming myself to getting used to having social media again. Even TikTok, I've downloaded TikTok a few times, scrolling for no reason. You're looking for highs. If you give yourself the opportunity to chase a high, you're going to chase it. And when you give yourself less opportunities, you're less inclined to take it. I've been, I've had times where I've had no social media but YouTube, because obviously, how the fuck am I going to upload a video to you guys? But I've had it, and I found myself watching YouTube because I had an urge to. Sometimes I deserve it, and I get back to work. That's fine. But recently, because social media is back, I've been listening to music, Spotify, podcasts, all this shit has resulted in my dopamine spiking too much, my dopamine getting too high. And if you're in a rut, if you're jerking off, the likelihood is you're going to be exactly like me. And you're going to have to live in the struggle for forever. You're going to have to accept that. I couldn't really accept that at first. I thought it was different. I thought, nah, I want to lay on a beach and with my hot wife. It's not gonna be, it's not gonna be anything like that. It's gonna be fucking struggle. It's gonna be pain. It's gonna be disaster, struggle, failure. I want more. I strive for more. Everything's comfortable. Everything's fine. We gotta level up. People need more desire. I have the desire. I've always had that desire to be the best I physically can and mentally can. And at the moment, I'm neither because mentally I'm not at my peak, and that means physically I'm not at my peak. Still doing core constantly. Still, well, I've not been in the gym this month. It's 8th of February. I haven't done the gym once this month. 8 days. Now, I've had plenty of valid excuses to why I shouldn't. The moment I kind of creaked my neck. That's my excuse. I don't want to strain it. Maybe I'm being a little bitch. I don't know if my mentality was different. If I wasn't saturating my, if my dopamine wasn't saturated, I probably wouldn't have strained my neck in the first place. There you go. Because when you have momentum, it's very hard to stop you. But when the ball is rolling in the wrong direction, it's also very hard to stop. And you have to realize that if you just go all in, if you go all in and fucking make your life boring to the point where you get high at reading a book or meeting an attractive girl or looking at the fucking sun, that is when you're going to reach that top level where you're not distracted, when you're focused, when you've essentially lost your mind. But in a way, you've actually found your mind because you're in control. When you're in complete control, complete and utter control, I believe you're unstoppable. I felt that for a certain period of time. And now that I've slipped back into the other frame of mind, I've realized, wow, that's powerful. I need to get back. I want to compete with these top level individuals. And if I want to do that, I need to perform at a top level. I still go to bed at 8 o'clock every day. Every day. So although I'm saturating my dopamine, I'm still fairly disciplined. So my only problem is dopamine saturation. Your problem is probably discipline and saturation and junk food and all these other things. Discipline is where you need to start. Discipline yourself. Go for a run every morning. That's what I did. And I don't run anymore. I do sprints, but I don't go for long form runs. Why? Because I think they're time consuming and really fucking boring. That's my incentive. Maybe as I get older, I'll start doing it, or maybe for sports, I'll start doing it. But I have no reason to do it. It just takes up a lot of time that I can spend reading a book or going out on a date. That's the thing. Ever since, and you might think, oh, girls, what about girls? Like, girls are going to think you're fucking boring. I've actually been worse with girls ever since I've slipped back into this frame from when I was in my boring frame because I was going out on dates still. I was chatting up ladies. I had confidence. I could get into a flow state easily. Now, it's like, what the fuck? And I get emotional. The fuck? Phone's going bananas. I get emotional over nothing. I'm not making the right decisions that I want to be making. And I'm not living in the way I want to be living. And you might feel the same way. You might not have reached that point. But if I were to continue living this way, I would kill myself. Why? Because this is not how I as a man am meant to be living my life, and you should be living your life. Now I've been listening or I've been watching Hamza recently, and he talked about how you need You need that kind of realization of, okay, if I don't change things, I'm just going to kill myself. I feel like I've reached that point. And if I haven't, then I hope the struggle continues because I want this to be really my turning point. I'm going to make mistakes in the future. You're going to make mistakes, but you kind of need that for success to have that turning point. By all means, I've got a very comfortable life. There's no reason for me to be ungrateful, but I am ungrateful. Why? Because I want to be on my own, solo. I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to have other people holding power over me, and I want to be successful, extremely successful. I don't want to be a high performer. I want to perform at a high level, whether that be in sport or my craft, which is business, let's say, or investing. I want to be unstoppable. And to be unstoppable, you need to make the mistakes necessary to really solidify everything. So, what's my suggestion to you? Make an enemy. My enemy is back. My enemy is on the wall back there. The perfect version of myself. I learned that from Andrew Tate. Make an enemy. I'm gonna make a future video on this when I've gotten further into this topic. Once I've really, because I've only done it recently, so I can't. That's why I wrote it down. Make an enemy. But to be honest, I've been so soft. I don't deserve to make a video like that because I don't have any credibility yet. But I'll keep you update. I'll keep you updated. So stay tuned for that. But my advice to you is just go to the extreme lengths. If you're a man, you're supposed to. Life's not supposed to be easy for you. If you want to be a girl, fucking take estrogen. I don't care. As a man, it's going to be hard and it's not going to be enjoyable. So take that as you will. Push yourself. Drain your dopamine down. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. I can't speak. So there's that. But subscribe if you enjoyed. Comment down below any help you might need, any advice. And I'll make a video on it. But other than that, have a good day.